Now, you were the director of this film,
Yes.
right? Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Oh, lovely. Because
Working with Christoph.
I love Christoph because he's just a very authentic person, and he writes so truthfully. I mean, he writes from the heart so truthfully, and he touches something that's really profound, I think, about what we feel, what we care about, what we miss, what we don't have, what we do have in our lives. And that's the reason why I want to work with him, because he's truthful, he's authentic, especially in this town. Oh, because I run an international screenwriting program in America. It's part of Dreamago, which is Swiss and French. And Christoph has been a sponsor of us. He's been so kind to us. And I liked him, so we went out to lunch one day, and I said, "What do you do?" And he said, "I write stories." I said, "Tell me your stories." And he told me the stories, and I flipped out. I said, "You've got to write these as a screenplay. You've got to write them." And that's how he got to write them. He got to write it, so he started to write a screenplay. And he came to me and said, "Well, it's beautiful. You know how to do this. You know, this is something that people say you can learn the technique, but you either can tell stories or you can't." That's the genuine article. He can tell stories.
I met Maggie once, and then we had lunch together, and she told me, you are such a funny storyteller, you should write a script. And then she said, "I give you homeworks, you have 2 weeks now to write a script." And I was going to Switzerland, so when I wrote a script there, and when I came back, I brought her the script, and I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know what's going to happen. And she said, "You know what, if you do that movie, I'm going to direct it, and I'm going to work with you on that one, and the second one, you're going to do it by yourself."
So this is your first project?
This is my first project, yeah. I always wrote, but... Sorry?
What's the name of it?
Missing You.
How did you come up with that title?
Because it's missing somebody is a state of mind, is a state of... and I like the idea that Missing You is not only about one character, but since 3 people are involved in that story, it's like everybody is missing each other. So Missing You is like to seen on the more wide sense, big sense, if it makes any sense.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why?
'Cause I see all these people here, and you know, it's for me my first steps in this world, and it's an unknown world, and I've always been behind on the other side of the screen, watching the films and criticizing the works of any creative people, and today I'm here, and all these people are here to tell me some good comments or some bad comments. But now
How
I'm
many
ready.
people do you expect?
I think if everybody comes, will be around 120 or something. Yeah, not bad for a first time.
Not bad. And then the next screening, you already planned one?
Yes, we have 2 screenings that will take place in Switzerland in 2 weeks. And I'm very excited because my family are there, my kids, my friends, and it's going to be something. Emotionally, it's probably going to be one more, another step, another level.
My name is Radan Popovic, and I am director of photography of the film Missing You. Christoph and I go way back. He used to be a consul in Slovak Republic, where I was visiting once, and we met in a restaurant. And since then we kept in touch, and after many years we actually got together to do a movie. It's a beautiful movie. Directed by Maggie, the most wonderful director, maybe the best I've worked with yet. And then we came all the way to this premiere. I think it is going to be a fantastic movie.
How was it working with the crew?
We had a small but a very good crew. And we have just like 10-ish dozen of us at the beach for 2 days, completely burned by the sun. It wasn't Nikita Mikhalkov's movie, no. But we were burned by the sun for 2 days, and we worked like we've worked for many movies before, even though we've all met each other for the first time. it was just beautiful.
Is it the first time you're going to see this? Or have you seen
Yes,
footage?
I have seen the footage before, of course, but I have never seen the movie assembled all together. The sound was actually finished this weekend, just like yesterday. Actually, yesterday the movie was done yesterday, and today we already have a premiere. That's the new technologies, like allow you to do something like that overnight. So I'm very much looking forward to it because this is a silent film, and I have provided the visuals for it, and now I can't wait to see it together with sound effects and music, which will contribute a lot to my photography.
What is your part in it?
I play, well, there's two characters in this piece, three characters, a child and a mother and a father, and I play the mother. And it's sort of like a touching, sad tale, but Christophe did a wonderful job, so I hope you enjoy it.
How did you get involved with it?
Maggie Saboyle, who is the producer and director, she recommended me.
And how did you like doing the shoot?
Oh, it was a wonderful experience. Just Christophe and Carlos are so, wonderful and professional, and it just seemed like we were all, there were some, sensitive parts in the film, but we were all like a family, so it felt safe.
How did you feel about that it was no talking?
Actually, I think it's more difficult in some ways and easier in others. So it's almost like the silent movies, which you see about it. And there's something sort of liberating about it because you just have to say everything with your body language, I suppose.
Are you excited about tonight to see
I am. I'm very excited. I had not seen it at all. So this will be my first time seeing it.
How do you feel?
I feel a bit nervous, as always. First of all, because I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know how it's going to be, whether it's going to be a surprise for me. But I feel happy because I can see people coming, and it's a project like another one. You just have to do things, and it's good. Me as an actor, just act. So I feel grateful.
How did you feel about the fact that there was no dialogue?
Well, for me, there was a lot of dialogues. I mean, there were no dialogues, but there's so many things there in a silent vocabulary. This is the difficulty also to bring this without overacting. But there's a lot of emotions and no dialogues, but this movie didn't need any dialogue, so I'm kind of this is one of the part of the movies that I really appreciated. When I read the script, I was like, oh my god, wow, no dialogues. It's great for an actor,
How did you get to know Christophe?
I know Christophe because he's the Swiss culturel attaché. I know him because when I arrived in LA, for me as a Swiss artist, I wanted to meet some people here. So I met him at the Creative Swiss, these parties they're doing, I think once every 3 months. It's unbelievable how much people get connected in these parties and then they do stuff together. A lot of them, amazing. Every day I'm like, Roman Wieden just told me, yeah, I did this with Simon Störi. Whoa, but you don't know each other. Yeah, we met at your place or we met at Creative Swiss. These connections are so important, and usually Swiss artists here in LA, they kind of really good, and I think creativity comes from fusion and sharing ideas. So
Do you feel you met more, Swiss people here than you would have in Switzerland, or you've done, I don't know how to put it.
No, but I think, Switzerland is a small country, so we have this inferiority complex. So when you come to a huge country like this one, I suppose we feel confident to get connected with other Swiss people. Then you don't have to do the straight thing and being only with Swiss people. So if you really want to do that, you go back to Switzerland. But these Creative Swiss parties, for example, they are a good example to help people connect together. When you just arrive here, there's so many questions you need to ask because you come from another country. Europe is so different, and not only in a cultural point of view, but I don't know, insurances or where can I buy I don't know, carpet for my garden or whatever. So so these connections are good.
So you found that it's a pretty good platform to have out here when you come to this country.
Yeah, I've been living in Paris, in Madrid, now here, and every time, as much as possible, you have to get connected with other artists, and not necessarily only people in the industry, cinema, but just artists. So, for example, me and my wife, Jo, we have this concept. We always do pasta dinners. So every Thursday, when we can manage it, we invite people, different people. They don't know each other, and they just share ideas. And this is also what they're doing with Creative Swiss, and this is also what we're trying to do between Swiss people here. I think it's really good.
You'll be working with Christophe again?
Yeah, I will. I will because, first of all, because he's a friend. Second, because I think he's talented. And now, he didn't direct this movie. Maggie did. He wrote it. And but now maybe in the next future, he will have the desire to go further on, And I'd be happy to work with him again, with Maggie, with Radan. It was a great experience.
Now, for the end, do you have a life philosophy?
Yeah, vivre debout. Live standing. This is a line of a song from Jacques Brel, and it's one of the most beautiful songs ever. And it means, as much as you can, just go ahead for the life,
What are you going to be doing tonight?
I'm just gonna host this ceremony, I guess, this event to celebrate Christophe's filmmaking debut.
Wow, nice. Thank you so much for being here tonight to celebrate Christophe Beautai's filmmaking debut.
Wow, if I know that I would have to do that once in my life, I would have not believed you. But if I'm here tonight in front of you, and it's so nice to see all these faces of friends, it's because, we are at the end of this journey. It has been a wonderful journey, and there is one person here in this audience who made that journey possible, and I would like to ask her to join me here on stage. She's my artistic guardian angel, Mrs. Maggie Soboy. So actually, I'm sorry for Eddie, it's our baby. I know that your wife was always she was never at home. You can blame me on that one. And Maggie? What can we talk about our baby?
It just was a beautiful journey, I think, don't you? It was a beautiful, and I hope that you will share with us a very truthful journey. Because he's just got it. This man knows how to tell stories. You can't learn that. You can learn technique, you can learn all kinds of things, but you can't learn instinctively how to tell a story, and he knows, he just knows. I met him, he came to a Dream Ago lunch, and we said we'd have lunch afterwards, and he said, I write stories. I said, well, tell me some of your stories. And he started to tell me stories. I said, those would be good screenplays. Why don't you just write them as a screenplay? And 2 Novembers ago, he came to my house with the screenplay, and we worked on it, and he said, let's do it. And that's how it was born, so you can't go back now.
Okay, so the good thing is I hate to get bored when I go and see movies. So probably you won't have time to get bored because this movie is very short. But I think the reason why I love movies is because movies are emotions carrier. And I think that our idea was to tell a story in a couple of minutes. And
Six.
so you have no reason to fall asleep. And yeah, so we wanted to tell a story about normal people through emotions.
Yeah.
And I hope that you will enjoy the journey as much as we enjoyed making it.
And thank you so much for being so sweet and supportive and kind.
Thank you.
Truly a great story, Christophe, Maggie. Want to join me again on the stage? Please welcome writer, executive producer Christophe Bottet, our director Maggie, our talented stars, the beautiful Shiva Rose, and the charming Carlos. So real quick, I guess, I'm sure everyone has a lot of questions, but let's just give a little round of a simple question, like where did the idea of Missing You came from, Christophe?
I like the idea that Missing You is, you know, it's like after you have seen the movie, it has many different senses. It's not only missing one person. I think that I like the idea that the couple, they are missing each other and they are missing themselves too. Because after what happened, they are like dead inside. And I like the idea of missing you with many different senses. So the idea with this story was that I got a homework from Maggie. She told me in 2 weeks I want to have a script. And I was trying to find where to start, and then I remember something that happened with my daughter when she was a baby. She almost got drowned, because for half a second I totally lost the attention on her. And I had this image always in my mind. And I thought that since we are in Los Angeles, I think that the ocean could have an important role in the film. And that's how everything started.
So let's go to Maggie. What did you see in Christophe's story, Christophe's story, that motivated you?
As I said before, he taps into something that's very authentic and real and truthful, and you always want whatever work you do to be true. And that's the biggest compliment I can pay, that he's extremely truthful and authentic in his work.
And to the beautiful Shiva, what did you enjoy working on this movie most? What is your favorite part of this?
The people, probably. Definitely the people, because I was sort of on the fence because of the subject matter. I had children and I just didn't want to go near the subject matter. And then after I met Carlos and Christophe, of course I know Maggie, so I just wanted to go for it.
Very good. And one more question for Carlos. Hello. So you have all these big roles, Casino Royale, The Way, and you always play bad guy. What was the challenge of in your role for you, I guess?
I'm not a bad guy, but I think it's because of these teeth. I look like Dracula when I smile, so people think maybe I have bad side on me. But I don't smile in this movie. Well, just I smile when I'm running on the beach with the kids, and you can see them.
I didn't cast you for as a bad guy. I didn't say you were a bad guy.
No, I know. So, no, it was a great pleasure, and of course, because I'm a father too, it was kind of a challenge. Not doing the movie because it was a great experience, and it was quite easy to work together. We were a small crew, Radan, the DOP, and these kids were just amazing.
So, did you have fun working on this movie? What was the best part for you, beside the food? Them? Yeah, the cast and the crew. Well, I would like now to welcome to the stage the rest of this amazing crew that helped make this project possible. So we already have Sammy and Jordan here. I would like to invite the producer, Omer Barsadeh. The director of photography, Radan Popovic. Editor, Anthony Ocasio. If he's here, not here. The art director, Stacey Evans. Here she comes. Costume designer, Anna Lloyd-Jones. Our set photographer and graphic designer, Sylvia Spross. And for a movie without words, sounds and music are key. So please welcome the composer, Eddie Reyes. An original songwriter and performer, Mark Schwanz. Sound mixer, Aaron Michael Reddick. It's not here. And PAs, Joe South, Roger King, and Matt LaRoche. If you guys are around, come up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the casting crew for Missing You.
I think life is too short to not live his dreams. So to fulfill his dreams, and that was always my dream to be part of a cinema project. And here we are, and I'm glad. And
You're fulfilling the dream.
yeah, I think like life is made of dreams, and we should live our dreams.